Martin, Lorenzo, LGD, Sparks, and Stevenson are your top 6 here at Watkins Glen. Let's get underway in the first road course of Season 7. Is there going to be some chaos going into turn 1? We will see. Looks like Lorenzo, he tried to get a line. He has to move it to the corner, and Martin bumps out Ross right away. A huge spin out from Ross. And Martin's going to try to have to merge his way back into the 8. 3 right's not going to work there. And the 8 slams into the 70 and into the 19. And that is what you call instant karma from the 70. Opto flips over and hits the 22 of Torres. Edgewater barely gets through the mess. You can see there are a lot of cars just stuck and having no choice but to either get hit or slow down to avoid it. Ooh. Horrendous start for the 70, the 19, and a lot of cars that are involved. But let's get back to the main race now. Because of that fiasco, it's now the 91 of Anthony Lorenzo who's in the lead, with Sparks and Stevenson in second and third. You can see where Ross fell back to. Ross fell back a bunch of positions. I believe she's in the 14th spot. Evolution, Ford, and Ford take up the top 3 at the moment, and these are really the only cars that are contending for the top 3, thanks to both Martin and Ross getting a very horrible start. On to lap 2 now, running the driver is going to make a pass here. Looks like Stevenson's going to try to pull the bump and run on his own teammate. You can see that the 56 of Dorian Sparks has finally got some new sponsorship, mainly from Margaritaville, and driving that very sleek black and green Tropicana 56 car. Lorenzo has pulled himself ahead of the other 2 just for the time being. You can see that Ross has fallen all the way back. Yep, it is the 15th position that she's fallen back to. But, oh, Morrison Jr. in the backs had to get away from the slower car of Callie Johnson. Callie seems to be significantly slower than the rest of the pack, and luckily Morrison Jr. and Maxon don't have to worry about it, at least for the time being. Fast forwarding to lap 6 now. You can see all the cars here on the left side of your screen. Lamarty, Stockholm, Hopkins, Nene, Torres, Martin, and Callie Johnson. Callie Johnson was not involved in the rush, but the rest of them were. They are out for the rest of this race. And see, we'll have a pretty decent battle here for first. Lorenzo seems to be faster in the top of the track, but Stevenson and Sparks are faster in the bottom. The 52 of Zach Roderick is also right there. Right here to this bank turn and going into the turn after this is the most likely place that you can pull off a pass. You can see here a pretty good draft that they're getting here. The 65, however, is not going to worry about passing just yet. Maybe it won't be until after the pit cycle. Seeing the 2 Mason Dixon Motorsports drivers battle for the lead and not having one of them be Kronberg is definitely an oddity. But Kronberg is not known for his road course ability. Luckily, this isn't a road course-based series. A lot of drivers just can't wait to get out of here and prepare themselves for the next few races. Here we go. It's the 65 going to pull off a move on Lorenzo. Does not seem to have it quite yet. You can see here the 8 of LGD who's damaged, racing alongside his manufacturer-based teammate. They're not actually teammates, Steve Rada. Lap 7 now. The 3 cars are still pretty even apart. You can see here that Opsal and Keys, 2 cars had to come in for damage and pitting. Because of the damage, they're coming down the straight. Is also going to try to pull off a move here. Back to the leaders. It has not changed. It is still Lorenzo, Stevenson, and Sparks. You can see here that Berg and Fontaine are getting side by side. The 39 of Ross has decided to pit early. Drivers do have to take 1 mandatory pit stop, but there's no rule on when you have to take it. Here we go. Is this going to be the move? Stevenson's close. He's into the grab. And the 56 of Sparks can take advantage of the dive bomb attempt from his own teammate onto the outside. They're side by side going into the line. Is Stevenson going to make the move here? Sparks will slow down. No need to get into the wreckage yet, but it looks like Stevenson's actually completed the move on the outside. And Lorenzo gets into the grass. We now have a Mason-Dixon Motorsports top two. Roger Stevenson and Dorian Sparks take first and second. And now Zach Roderick is not that far behind Lorenzo. The last car in the top five is the 3 of Rada. You can see that all these cars are pretty decently spread apart. I think it was obvious that the 65 and the 56 were way faster than the 91. It was just a matter of when they were going to pull it off. On to lap 9, you can see that Dorian Sparks is pitted, but the 91 of Lorenzo and the 65 of Roger Stevenson have not pitted yet. We will watch back here and see how long it takes for. Your current leader is the 65, but you'll see that Dorian Sparks is almost on his way out. He is out of there right now. It looks like Roderick's going to get out there at a pretty decent time as well. Now it's all about, can the 56 work his way around his own teammate and Lorenzo? There's the 39 of Ross who pitted early, and now because of that, she's backed her way into the top 5. Is she going to be able to stay into the top 5 before she has to pit again, though? That's the question. Here we go. Are these cars coming into pit? Here's the 65 of Stevenson, your current leader. The current fastest lap. Wow, and that's almost by half a second, too. Nick Baker pulled off a crazy fast lap. So here we go. Here's Roger Stevenson coming in now, as well as Anthony Lorenzo. I imagine the rest of the drivers are going to be coming in. It looks like they will. I don't know if LTD is going to want to repair that damage. But starting the next race, the cars will have composite bodies so they don't get damaged that easily anyway. Now if we can just find, there he is, there's the 56 of Dorian Sparks. Can he work his way around his teammate and take the lead and possibly go for what I believe would be his first career win? Coming into turn 1 now. He has gone past Lorenzo. Is he going to get past Stevenson? It's going to be close. He's got it. 6 laps to go, and he has passed Roger Stevenson. It's going to be Sparks, Stevenson, Roderick. Look, is Ross going to get past Lorenzo? It looks like she is. As long as Ross doesn't have to pit again, this is going to be a pretty good redemption for the 39. Now the 91 and the 9 are racing alongside each other. Laps to go here, and Dorian Sparks really has nothing to worry about at the moment. But meanwhile, you can see here that the 52, the 39 did have to come into pit, so she is out of contention for the race. But how about this? The 65 and the 52, a very good battle we have here for second. Is Stevenson going to make a move onto the inside? No, he is not. Stevenson just trying to find a way around the 52 so we can get that Mason-Dixon Motorsports 1-2. The fastest lap still goes for the 9 of Baker. I don't think anybody's going to beat that. The last car in the top 5 is the 9 of Baker, but Max and Rada have something to say about it. Roderick still in the lead. Can Stevenson take advantage now? Here we go. He is right onto the front bumper. Can he carry that, push that front bumper, and force him into it? They touch. Stevenson backed off to make sure he didn't spit out the 52. Coming into the turn 10. Is this going to be Stevenson's chance to come into the corner? He's got him into the quarter panel. Go into the inside. Backing down the straightaway. Stevenson's got the speed. They're going to be side by side. Stevenson just has to stay in the back of Roderick's car. Roderick is cleared it out, but is he going to dive bomb it into the inside? He might not even have to dive bomb, just outbrake. And he does have the outbraking ability there. But Stevenson goes into the grass. He went too far into there. They're still side by side going into turn 2. And Roderick's going to be clear. Stevenson's going to have to time his move better than that. And really nobody's enjoying this more than Dorian Sparks, because with how hard the battle for second is, the driver in first has nothing to worry about. Still watching this battle for second between Stevenson and Roderick. We go through the bus stop for the second to last time. Both of them go into the grass. Here comes Stevenson into the inside again. It seems like Stevenson is the faster car. It's just a matter of when he wants to make the move. Stevenson may have the faster car, but Roderick has more road course experience. And look at Lorenzo. Look at the run that Anthony Lorenzo got. He has thrown himself into contention as well out of nowhere. We could have a 3-car battle for second. Toyota, Ford, and Revolution fighting for the second spot. Dorian Sparks is 5.5 seconds behind. 1 to go here at Watkins Glen. So what kind of moves are we going to see here? Rada's coming into pit. Lorenzo looking to go into the inside. Looks like Stevenson's going to be clear of Roderick this time. He has taken the second spot. The Mason-Dixon 1-2 looks to be possible this time. Baker has pulled on to the 5th spot. There is Dorian Sparks right there. Going into the bus stop, as you can see on the right side of your screen. Sparks is coming into the bus stop right now. Stevenson, Roderick, and Lorenzo take up the last of the top 4. We could get a pretty good battle for here between Baker and Maxson. It looks like that's going to be it. The drivers aren't going to take any more risks from here. Dorian Sparks comes down into the turn 10, on to turn 11, and he is going to take his first road course win. With Martin and Ross completely collapsing at the beginning of the race, he took full advantage. Dorian Sparks comes out of turn 11, and he is going to win here at Watkins Glen, with his teammate Roger Stevenson getting second. Roderick third, Lorenzo fourth, Baker in fifth.